So in part 2, I'm going to go over the pelvic rotation assessment and how they do it in the TPI and how I do it with my clients, all right? So you will get what's called the 5-iron posture, just your golf posture, okay? You don't need a club. I guess I'll sit this down for now. Cross your arms, okay? And what we look for is, can you move your pelvis in that transverse plane, okay? If you had a belt, you're just moving around that belt without your upper body moving. If you start doing this and you're seeing your upper body move with it, if you're getting all goofy and have to move other areas to get it, then you have failed this test, all right? And then we're gonna move on to part 2. A front view looks like this. I'm here, boom, 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 boom. You can let your knees move, right? Because they do that in an actual swing. But you see, I'm not going like this with my shoulders. I'm not leaning forward or backwards to try to create this motion. It's a very natural motion that I can create right here, okay? So say you failed. If you pass that, you can move your pelvis, nothing else moves, you're good, move on, not probably too much of an issue, still not a bad thing to mix in and train, all right? I still do it with many of my clients. I just add maybe a little weight to it or resistance to try to work on speeding it up. Now, you can want to find a sturdy object or like a golf club, and we're gonna go here, same position, but now I'm kind of pushing into the ground, I'm locking my upper body in, and now I perform the test. If you can now perform the test properly without moving your upper body or doing anything goofy, you have passed the second part, which means you have a stability problem because we have now locked everything in place. You have the motion, you just need to work on some of your stability and get, so that you can get that motion on itself. So you would just want to incorporate some different drills into your program that can help you with that. And then if, say, you do this and you still can't get it, you have failed the 2 tests, and we know that you potentially have a mobility problem in your hips. Maybe your hips are stiff, or you just have lost all your ability to control your pelvis separately, and we really need to hammer this in your program, all right? Master the basics before you're going into doing more complex lifts, exercises. I like to make sure people can get those down. I usually use it as a warm-up in my programming, pelvic tilts, trunk rotation, pelvic rotation with people just to get the blood going and work on some motor control of the muscles there before we jump into the lifting program. So that is the pelvic rotation assessment there. Give it a go, check where you're at, and if you've struggled with either one of those, the next video, part 3, will be different ideas that you can do to work on improving your pelvic rotation.